won't delay. Dial him up, don't be shy. He's the man with the legal eye. Got a problem, need advice? Steve's solution's always precise. No more worries, no more stress. Call that number and address. It's your legal life, let it shine. Steve's got answers every time. 231-796-7609. Dial now, don't waste your prime. Big or small, he's got your back. Legal matters, stay on track. Steve's your ally in the fight, guiding you through day and night. Got a ticket, need a hand. Steve's the best in the land. From disputes to courtroom scenes, he'll unravel all the means. It's your legal life, let it shine. Steve's got answers every time. 231-796-7609. Dial now, don't waste your prime. Got a prowl, don't waste your prime.
Yeah, I thought we'd come up with something bouncier.
Oh, boy.
The other one was like, I said almost tawdry, you know. And now you want some legal advice? But this is a little bit peppier, I guess, here in the morning. So it's a Wednesday morning, 8:30 time for Steve Lobert and your legal life. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, we could use some pep.
I think so, yeah. You know, we need, yeah, you're right, because the next 6 months are going, I said 60 days of gray instead of 50 shades. So, but we have a little bit of sunshine out, which is nice. I'll take that. Fleeting sunshine. But anyway, we're going to be talking this morning, and the impetus for this was pardoning the turkey.
Yeah.
And so we're going to talk about what's happening, how people can get out from under things.
Yeah, this is clemency, which includes pardons, commutations, reprieves. It's the ability of a chief executive officer, the president as to federal law, and our governor as to state law, to give mercy or leniency to convicted persons.
Right.
It's basically an act of grace based upon fairness, justice, and forgiveness. This is a good time to be sought after. If the sentences were unjust, there is proof of innocence or lack of evidence or guilt, or the law itself was antiquated or against public policy. You know, there's a lot of governors are releasing people that were in prison for small, marijuana offenses and stuff now that's cachet and all that too. So a pardon is complete forgiveness of a crime. It's like you were innocent. It restores full rights of citizenship. You know, you can vote, hold public office, own firearms, stuff like that. There's sometimes, if you're convicted felon, that, you lose certain rights. Those are all restored. Your record of conviction is gone. The person can't be tried again for the offense. A commutation is to reduce a criminal sentence. The conviction is still on the record, so you can get out of jail time or whatever. Your citizenship limits of a conviction are not restored, so they can still limit, your ability to hold public office, firearms, stuff like that. So, as indicated, the president can pardon or grant commutations for federal criminal convictions or military tribunal convictions, except for crimes of impeachment. So that's something that's limited by the Constitution.
Okay.
Yep. A person must wait 5 years from the date of the release of the conviction, or if there was no sentence from the date of the conviction. A person applies through the U.S. Department of Justice, who investigates. They perhaps have the FBI get involved. They ask the judge, prosecutor that was involved in the case, hey, this is what's going on. What are you thinking? And they make recommendations to the president. The president has the final decision. The governor is the one that has the ability to pardon for or commute state crimes. A petition for such relief is made through the Michigan Parole Board, who, if they look at it and if they think there's merit, they ask the judge, prosecutor for their position, maybe do some investigations. There's a possible public hearing where they, ask the public, what do you think of this and whatever,
Right.
For their input. Again, the governor has the final decision. You can only ask for this through the state every 2 years. So you got to wait if you get denied one time or whatever.
Gotcha.
There's also ability for a reprieve, which is a delay or temporary suspension of punishment due to special circumstances, such as, an illness, family emergency, death in the family, something like that. People can ask to be, get out of prison for a little bit to go to a funeral or something. It can't go on indefinitely.
And that goes to the governor as well.
No, just kind of
Through a judge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So public pardons and commutations are pretty rarely granted, but it is within the power of the head of the executive branch. So anyone that is petitioning for this are encouraged to provide as many facts to support their request as possible in as much detail as possible. What you were charged with, everything that went down before, the specific reasons for this extreme remedy, including how the person has changed, what they've accomplished since, their conviction, that they're not a risk to society, maybe how their serious health issues are affecting the person, how they plan to support themselves when they get out and not fall back into bad behavior. Post-conviction conduct, character, and reputation are important. Also, remorse, atonement, acceptance of responsibility certainly helps, when you ask for these things. There is power in numbers. So if you can get, media support, social media people backing your cause, it could help. And of course, politics does play a part on occasion. So.
Yes. So, the one I know with the state is if somebody's sitting on death row, and that last minute pardon from the governor, that's something that's very storied, and of course makes a great climax in a crime story. Doesn't happen all the time. In fact, as you said, pretty rare that it does happen, but it has happened. Especially now with DNA evidence, if there's a shadow of doubt, the governor can step in there right at the last minute and either a reprieve or a commutation. So. And then, of course, when you talk about it at the federal level, the president, the ability to pardon themselves. I know that has been a big question. But I guess with the Supreme Court ruling where the president in his official duties can pretty much skirt past everything at this point. And you talk about it. So the thing is if the president is always on, he doesn't clock in or out. So I would say anything he does 24/7 is an official duty at this point. I mean, that could be open for interpretation, but
it's going to be very fact-driven.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. And again, in the case of President Trump now, the charges that were against him, he was never convicted of the federal crimes, so those have all pretty much been dropped. And the state convictions, I don't think it's a civil thing, so I don't know if that can be overturned or not.
Yeah, they're all being appealed.
Yeah, so, of course, yeah, so that'll go on. I would say forever. That's the way these things go. And if you have good enough lawyers, you can just drag it on into infinity. So I think that's kind of the goal. But if you'd like to drag it on into infinity, you can call it.
No, please don't.
Yeah, please don't. Anyway, Steve Lobert, if you have any legal questions about getting a pardon from the governor or something, I think he has got Gretchen on his speed dial. No,
not quite.
Not quite. Not yet. But you can give him a call downtown Big Rapids, 796-7609, as the song said. So give him a call, and he can guide you through the legal forest that's out there, and it's complicated, but you can make it a career.
Yeah.
As he has, and so good person to know. Steve Lobert, downtown Big Rapids, and thanks again for shedding some light on this murky stuff that's called the law, and where it is right now. And again, a lot of this in the Supreme Court can rule one way or the other, and things change.
Yeah.
So
Well, hopefully everybody enjoys their unpardoned turkeys.
there you go. Yep.
So.
We'll be getting ready to cook them up tomorrow. I think mine's a TV dinner, but that's anyway. Your legal life here on B1039 as we check the forecast, and here comes Morris.
I'm local first meteorologist Morris Langworthy.